Will you believe that one of the world's youngest presidents is quietly building a new nation, solar by solar, road by road, dam by dam? While others talk, Ibrahim Traoré builds. But is this visionary transformation enough to save a country on the brink? Or is it already too late? Chapter 1. The Man Behind the Mask. A visionary cloaked in mystery. Traoré isn't your typical public figure. Born from the ashes of a divided nation, he rose quietly, not with slogans or scandals, but with a mission to redefine what a country could be when it chooses vision over politics, future over fear. But vision alone doesn't move mountains. That's why a series of groundbreaking projects, hidden in plain sight, have begun surfacing, each a fragment of Traoré's larger dream. These projects, cloaked in bold design and uncomfortable truths, aim to shift not just culture, but the very value system of a fading country. The question isn't if it will work. The question is if we're ready for it. Chapter 2. Ouagadougou Donsin International Airport. The first visible mark of Traoré's vision emerges on the outskirts of Ouagadougou, where dust and heat once held dominion. Here, a new symbol rises from the ground, the Ouagadougou Donsin International Airport. Where the aging Thomas Sankara International Airport whispered of a bygone era, this new structure declares a bold future. It is designed to accommodate up to 1 million passengers annually, with a vast 17,000 square meter terminal and a 3.5-kilometer runway. Funded by a coalition of unlikely partners, the Islamic Development Bank, the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development, and the West African Development Bank, this project becomes a microcosm of the new global alliances Traoré envisions: pragmatic, post-ideological, and unapologetically African. The $73 million investment is not just about steel and concrete. When people fly into the capital, they are no longer met with the aesthetic fatigue of a forgotten terminal, but with an architectural gesture that says, "This nation has changed." Right beside the modern marvel of the Ouagadougou Donsin International Airport, another silent revolution unfolds. Chapter 3. The Donsin Solar Power Station. The Donsin Solar Power Station, a luminous echo of Traoré's larger vision to liberate the country from the chains of energy dependency and environmental compromise. This 25-megawatt solar photovoltaic plant is more than a utility. Linked directly to the new airport, the station will supply renewable energy not only to power flights and terminals, but also to push excess capacity into the national grid. With a high-capacity battery storage system ensuring a consistent energy output, the plant tackles one of Burkina Faso's most pressing challenges: its reliance on imported electricity. That reliance, typically between 200 and 300 megawatts, has long been a silent tax on national ambition. But no longer. With a $45.7 million concessional loan from the Export-Import Bank of China, the station promises to be fully operational by 2026, a milestone not just in megawatts, but in momentum. But the development doesn't stop here. Chapter 4. PBO. Far from the capital, stretching toward the green borders of Côte d'Ivoire, a road is being carved through history. The Bobo-Dioulasso-Banfora Côte d'Ivoire Border Road Project, known as PBO, is not simply about asphalt. Announced in December 2024, this ambitious project covers over 155 kilometers of rehabilitated highways and 42 kilometers of new road from Banfora to Ouattara. It includes the upgrade of a 100-meter bridge over the Laba River, a crossing point, yes, but also a metaphor for overcoming the rivers of division that have long slowed regional unity. PBO carries a price tag of $267 million with backing from the Islamic Development Bank, the African Development Bank, the European Union, and Burkina Faso's own government. But the cost is dwarfed by the potential. Travel times will shrink, trade will swell, and farmers, truckers, and border towns will thrive. It is a correction of the colonial legacy and fractured post-independence logistics. Each vehicle that crosses the new Laba River Bridge hums a note of defiance against fragmentation. And with every mile paved, the nation claims not just mobility, but destiny. Chapter 5. Kodeni Solar Power Station. The next project may seem modest in the grand scheme, but the Kodeni Solar Power Station near Bobo-Dioulasso is a cornerstone of Traoré's master plan. Inaugurated in December 2023, the 38-megawatt photovoltaic plant generates 73 gigawatt-hours annually, enough to power over 100,000 homes. But its significance is not measured in watts or homes alone. It is measured in independence, in hope, in vision made visible. Developed by the French company Africa Rens and backed by Proparco and the Emerging Africa Infrastructure Fund, Kodeni is a model of international collaboration with a local soul. It reduces carbon dioxide emissions by 41,000 tons every year, a tangible strike against climate apathy. In a nation where fossil fuels still make up 84% of the energy mix. And that power is extended in another project also. Chapter 6, Zina Solar Power Station. Officially launched in May 2024, the Zina station is a 26.6 megawatt solar facility that feeds an annual 33 gigawatt-h of clean energy into Burkina Faso's national grid. But statistics barely capture the emotional and symbolic weight of this solar miracle. For the roughly 43 rural residents who benefit from its light, Zina is a leap into the 21st century. This project was born out of a collaboration between Amia Power from the United Arab Emirates and Wendigdai Energy, a Canada-based firm. It's a powerful example of international cooperation creating impact at the hyper-local level. By replacing polluting generators and championing sustainability, Zina serves as both an ecological and social success story. That path continues with the Yelen Rural Electrification Project. Chapter 7, Yelen Rural Electrification Project. This colossal undertaking aims to bring renewable energy to more than 300,000 off-grid residents. Over 60% of Burkina Faso's population lives in rural areas, often in total darkness after sundown. The Yelen project, led by national energy utility Sanibol and funded by the World Bank and Green Climate Fund, seeks to change that forever. Yelen means light in the Dula language, and the name alone captures the emotional ambition of this mission. While power electrifies progress, water is the essence that sustains it. Chapter 8, Ziga II Dam. With Ouagadougou's population swelling at unprecedented rates, the Ziga II Dam and Water Project emerges as a crucial intervention. Expanding on the early 2000s Ziga Dam, this second iteration is backed by the African Development Bank and the French Development Agency, drawing a $200 million investment to secure clean water for the capital. The ambition is to provide an additional 135,000 cubic meters of clean water every day, enough to meet the escalating needs of both residential neighborhoods and industrial zones. The infrastructure includes new intake structures, high-efficiency pipelines, and state-of-the-art treatment plants. These upgrades are not merely technical, they are acts of foresight. By preventing water shortages and related public health crises, the dam project ensures the stability of a capital city whose well-being directly affects the country's broader economic trajectory. At a deeper level, Ziga II reflects a strategic shift, integrating sustainability and urban planning to create an infrastructure that lasts beyond immediate political cycles. It marks a future where development is planned, measured, and durable, ensuring that as the nation grows, its foundations don't buckle under the weight. But even the most resilient infrastructure cannot survive in a dying landscape. That's where the Burkina Faso Land Restoration Program finds its place. Chapter 9, Burkina Faso Land Restoration Program. Backed by the World Bank and the Great Green Wall Initiative, this $100 million effort targets the restoration of over 300,000 hectares of degraded land by 2030. The program takes aim at desertification, which has long ravaged the Sahel, stripping away agricultural potential and displacing communities. In the dusty silence of the countryside, farmers are planting drought-resistant trees where barren land once cracked beneath the sun. Women's cooperatives are leading reforestation initiatives on hillsides and valleys, reclaiming not just land, but local pride and sovereignty. Communities are being trained in managing soil erosion, restoring grazing systems, and adopting climate-smart agricultural techniques that defy a changing climate. The benefits ripple outward. Food security improves, household incomes rise, and migration slows as rural populations find purpose and sustainability in their homeland. In the grand tapestry of Traore's vision, these projects weave a story of reclamation, of power, of hope, of identity. In just a short time, Ibrahim Traoré has flipped the script for Burkina Faso, launching mega projects that light up villages, bring clean water to cities, and heal the land itself. From the Zana solar power station to the Yelen Electrification Project, the Ziga II Dam, and land restoration across the Sahel, Traore isn't just building infrastructure, he's building hope, power, and a future where Burkina Faso thrives. This is the dawn of a new era, an African leader who walks the talk with bulldozers, solar panels, and reforestation crews at his back. So, if you believe Africa is rising, drop a heart in the comments, hit subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to see what leadership actually looks like. This isn't just development, it's a revolution, and it's only getting started.